Good morning, all of you. Today we will study a new chapter, government budget. There are so many budgets like state government budget, local government budget, central government budget. That central government budget is also known as union budget. Here we will study the central government budget, and this topic we will start with the definition of government budget. It is an annual statement that shows estimated government expenditure and government receipts of the coming financial year. See, this is a estimated annual statement. It is not actual, and this is for coming financial year. Financial year start from 1 April to 31st March, ends at 31st March. During this period, whatever the government want to expend in an economy and whatever that government earn from an economy, its annual statement, estimated annual statement, is known as government budget. This government budget have so many objectives. Here we will see the objectives. Now, why we study this objective? See, to fulfill this objective, government is preparing the budget according to that. So each and every government, each and every country have some objectives, and the government want to fulfill that objective, and to fulfill that objective, government is preparing budget according to that. So we will start this objective, and first objective is given here: redistribution of income. See, already income is distributed among the 4 factors: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. This income is distributed. Now, government want to redistribute again. Why? Because there is a inequality in an economy. In our economy, there is a huge gap between rich and poor, and government want to fill up that gap, and to filling up that gap, government want to redistribute the income. So the government want to reduce the inequality in an economy, and government want to promote inclusive growth. Inclusive growth means growth of whole society, growth of all the peoples, not only the some section of the people. See, some are very rich and some are very poor. Government don't want that type of discrimination, that type of inequality in an economy. Government wants equality, and for that, government imposes the taxes on rich people. By imposing these taxes, government earn the money. It's a government receipt, and government reduces the purchasing power of rich people. On the other hand, government gives the subsidy to the poor people because they have less purchasing power. So whatever the government earning from the taxes, by imposing more taxes on the rich people, whatever the government earn, whatever the government receipt, government expend from that receipt for the welfare of the poor people. Government gives subsidies to the poor people. Government gives unemployment compensation to the poor people. Old age pension, this type of expenditure government is conducted for the poor people. So government want to increase the purchasing power of the poor people, and that's why government prepare the budget according to that. So government imposes more taxes on rich people and gives subsidies to the poor people. So in this way, government is redistributing the income. The higher income group, again this, whatever the income they have received, government takes some receipt from them, and government expend on poor people. By this activity, government redistribute the income, and by this, government want to establish economic equality in an economy. So this is one objective of the government budget. Now we say the second objective, reallocation of resource. Here also you can see that reallocation, it means already the resources are allocated for different sectors. Government again reallocating that resource, and government uses this budget to reallocate that resource, because the resources are limited and they have alternative uses and we have unlimited wants. That's why the government reallocating the resource. So how the government is fulfilling this objective? Government imposes the higher taxes which are producing the harmful goods. The units which are producing harmful goods, the producer which are producing harmful goods, government imposes higher taxes on that sectors. So government discourages that sector, like the production of liquor and cigarette. So many private producer, they want higher profit. That's why they employ all the resources for the production of liquor and cigarette, because they are getting a huge amount of money from that. They are getting a profit. They didn't think about the welfare of the society, because they are earning. That's why they employed most of the resources for the production of harmful goods. But the government have a responsibility of social welfare. That's why what the government is doing, government gives the concession to the sectors which are producing welfare goods. So government encourages the production of welfare goods, and for that government is giving the concession, government is giving the subsidy to these sectors which are producing the welfare goods, a useful good for the society. For example, food producing industries or khadi producing industries, government imposes less taxes, gives more subsidies, more concessions, so the resources will transfer from the production of harmful goods to the production of welfare goods. So the government is using a budget in that way that these resources are transferred from the production of harmful goods to welfare goods. In this way, there is a reallocation of resource. Already the resources are allocated, and government again making a policy like that, government is making a budget like that, that resources again which are engaged in a production of harmful good, they come to the production of welfare good. So this is also one objective of the government budget. Now third objective, you can see that economic stability. What is the meaning of economic stability? Economic stability means absence of fluctuation of price. It means that when there is a fluctuation in the price, economy is unstable, and that is not a good sign for an economy. If we want to develop our nation, if we want to invest in any sector, if economy is unstable, we will not invest. So government want to make economy stable, and for that also government using the budget. Government is preparing the budget to stabilize the economy. So when the instability comes in an economy, when there is a situation of inflation or deflation, there are two terms, deflation and inflation. Now deflation means the prices are very, very, very low in an economy, and when the prices are low, the producer will not produce the goods, and that's why people will not get the employment. And if there is a less employment, the people will demand very less, again the production will go down. So in that way prices goes down and down and down. So that situation is a deflation situation, which is a disease for an economy. To come out from that situation, The economy is in deflation and government want to take out that economy from the deflation situation to the stability situation. The government using the budget. Now we can see how the government is using the budget here. Government making more expenditure. Government increases the expenditure on the public works for the production of dams, road, education, health. Government is expending money. In this way, the people will get more employment, and when they get a more employment, they have a good money in their hand. They will demand goods, the production increases, employment increases, and in this way, the deflation which comes in an economy, that goes from the economy. Again, the price will rise. Why the price will rise? Because demand increases. And when demand increases, why the demand increases? Because there is employment. Why there is employment increases? Because there is a production. Okay. And so in this situation, we can see that government making more expenditure. Government expenditure increase in this situation. And government reduces the taxes. Because when the government reduces the taxes, people have more money in their hand. Their purchasing power increases. When the government imposes less taxes, it means we have a more money in hand to expend to purchasing for the goods. So government reduces the taxes and increases the expenditure. And this is a situation of deficit budget. It means that in deflation, government uses the deficit budget. In deficit budget, our expenditure is more than our receipts. So government uses here deficit budget, and government remove the deflation from an economy. On the other hand, if there is an inflation in an economy, inflation means when the price is very high in an economy, general price level of the goods are very high. See, inflation also eats the growth of the nation, and this situation is also economic instability. Now in this situation, government want to make economic stability. Now what the government will do? Government, again you can see reverse of this. Government reduce the expenditure. Why the reducing the government expenditure? Because the people already have a money and they are demanding more. That's why the prices are going high and high. To reduce that price, government reduces the expenditure for public works and different type of works. And government increases the taxes because the people are demanding more and there is an inflation in an economy. So government imposes more taxes. So the purchasing power goes very down, or the people will demand less and the price goes down. In this situation, taking this step, government control the inflation in an economy. Here, what type of budget is using government? Surplus budget. In surplus budget, government's receipt is more than government expenditure. Government receipts are more than government expenditure. So government uses surplus budget in case of inflation. And by this, government stabilizing the economy. Because the stabilization is very important. If there is a stabilization, the investment increases and our growth rate also increases. So this is a third objective of government budget. Now we can see the fourth objective, that is management of public enterprises. Large number of public enterprises are there. For example, Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum, MTNL, BSNL, ONGC, the different sectors are there. See, these are the PSUs, public sector undertakings, and government is getting profit out of this public sector units. It means government is getting a huge amount of government receipt from this public sector undertakings. So government always encourages these industries because these are very useful for the society. They are very useful for the social welfare. And these are the key industries. And government always promoting these industries, And whenever there is a requirement of financial help, government is providing financial help to these industries also. So government is managing this enterprises, and for this government is making the budget accordingly. See, the next objective is growth function. You all of you know that each and every nation want to grow. Today in society, in today's scenario, we can see that our economy is a $3 trillion economy, and now the government have an aim of $5 trillion economy. It means government want to grow our nation, government want to increase our GDP, and that's why the government want to increase the production. To increase the production, government have to make some provision to increase the investment and saving, and that's why the government implementing so many projects like Make in India project. In this way, government is encouraging the investor to invest more and more money in our economy, and foreign investor FDI also comes. When they invest more, the production increases, our GDP also increases, and our nation will grow. So this is also one function, this is also one objective, growth function. By this, government want to increase our GDP and to make good growth of our economy. So these are the objective of the government budget. Now you can see that, so government budget is prepared, but when they are preparing, that time they are keeping in mind what are the objectives, what objective we want to fulfill. There are so many objectives are there, but we studied here some objectives. These objectives government want to fulfill, and to fulfill this objective, government is preparing budget accordingly. So we will see few concepts of government budget in next video. Thank you.